Okay, so if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be on TikTok, and you want to have like those really nice looking videos where like you're cut out and you're put into like this awesome scene with a cool background, you're gonna need to understand how to use a green screen, and you're gonna need to be aware of the latest technologies. So obviously behind me right now, I've got a green screen. What you probably don't know about using a green screen is they're actually pretty big. Uh, the one behind me is at least almost 10 feet wide, and it goes all the way up like 10 feet. So uh, they're gonna it's a pretty big amount of space it's gonna take up. You also need a lot of lighting, so you need multiple lights from they recommend two different locations pointed at you, and that's to basically get rid of the shadows behind you. And the problem is if you're getting shadows behind you, then it's changing the color of the green screen behind you, and then you have to do all sorts of things to compensate for the different shades of green. And when you do that, it's gonna basically cut into the green that's being reflected and projected onto yourself. The other problem with green screens is, uh, if you have, even if you have a big one, you have to bring it really close behind you. Otherwise, you're going to have the chance for showing the background behind your green screen. So even if it's a big green screen, you have to bring it in really close. You have to have a lot of lighting, and it can reflect on you, which will make you turn green sometimes. And with the compensation and the settings that you have, the reflected green could be picked up by your filter, and then that could basically cut away from your image. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to turn on the filter and take out the green screen behind me. And so I'm in OBS, and then I'm going to turn on my chroma key, and now you can see that the background is cut out. And uh, now you can kind of see that it's kind of like digging into uh, into my shoulders and stuff, and that's because it's picking up the green that's being reflected on me. And now if I change the settings, I can adjust that a little bit. I can get a little bit cleaner, but even so, there's if you look at the edge around my head and like the edge around my fingers and stuff, there's still kind of like this greenish glow. So like you're always gonna know that I'm using a green screen behind me. So this is a pretty clean uh, chroma key, but even so, you know, no matter how much I adjust, you're always going to kind of see that green, and it really shows up around my hair. So that's kind of uh, the one drawback of using a green screen. It can be really quick, where like it doesn't take a lot of processing power and stuff, and you might be able to even do this on your phone. But it's always going to kind of show up. Um, So the other thing that I've found, and the other thing that I want to mention real quick is I actually designed a green screen that you could build yourself, and I was planning to go that route with building my own green screen out of wood and then painting it, and then uh, going that route. And I got probably about halfway through with it. I made a design for it, and I'm gonna release that open source. And then I started building it, and it was actually too big to even fit in my garage. And I kind of realized at that point that maybe it's not such a great idea for me because it's taking up a tremendous amount of space. I'm probably not going to use it nearly as much as I need to for it to be taking up that much space. And the other thing was I found that green screens are not the newest technology. They don't work as well as I wanted them to. You can, with the whole green glow and everything like that. Um, so the other thing that I'm going to introduce to you is maybe you don't need a green screen at all. If you use AI and neural networks, um, and Nvidia has a program called Nvidia Broadcast, which not many people know about. But it's a free program, and you can basically use it to do everything that you want from a green screen. But it's basically free if you already have a Nvidia graphics card. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off this chroma key filter. So now you can see I'm back on the green screen, and I'm going to turn on my NVIDIA broadcast, and I'm going to use an effect for background removal. And as soon as I turn that on, then you basically see the exact same effect. The only thing is, I've still got my green screen as a background, but if I basically take the green screen away, so now the green screen's gone. I basically just have uh, my room as the background, and NVIDIA is, um, using its neural networks and its AI to um, basically process and cut me out of the room. So now you're seeing a straight cut out of me. It looks a little bit pixelated, but then there's no green glow or anything around me, which is kind of an interesting trade-off. I've also had it where it's been a little bit sharper before too. So I think some of it has to come from the resolution that I run the camera in. But you can see this is it's a little bit better. You don't see the green glow. It kind of matches me a little bit better. And then, if my um, if my camera was a little bit smaller, you might not even see much of the pixelation and stuff around me. So it might look even cleaner if I made it smaller, and maybe if I change the resolution and stuff, that might improve it a little bit more too. But yeah, this is a cool feature. I just wanted everyone to know about it, and this might save you some money as far as uh, you know, uh, deciding whether you want to do a green screen or not. Um, but this is the kind of direction that I found after trying to make my own green screen and then buying a professional green screen for like 150 bucks, and realizing that uh, you know neither of those is necessarily any better than just using NVIDIA Broadcast and having my graphics card just cut me out of the picture. So anyway, I hope this helps. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any other ideas for green screens and improving your pictures and your YouTube videos and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll make more videos like this hopefully in the future too.